Hello, I'm Crystal. It's the 4th of September 2015, a day before my father's 70th birthday, which is tomorrow. Yesterday, the 3rd of September, I didn't do any photos to Facebook or videos to YouTube because I went to my parents' flat and stayed there till 2. I had an egg salad there, a few cups of tea, coffee and a Benacol yoghurt. Mum and Dad drove me to Albany Road. When Mum went into the newsagents, which is near Grove Road, it's near Victoria Road, where my parents used to live. Dad stopped in the car in the driver's seat. Mum went into the shop. I was in the back of the car. Times are hard. Mum got me some milk and some bread and some sugar puffs, and got back in the car, and Dad drove me home because I wrote a letter to my ex-husband saying that not only do I have a bit of a bad leg, I also have suffered an injury to my hand and I find it hard to grip shopping, which is true. Ever since I wrote that letter, I seem to be carrying more shopping than ever, and it's usually other people's as well. So basically, David came round later on in the afternoon saying he was going to meet some friends. That's when I noticed that the electric meter was low, so I rushed out with my purple Scottish electric key and met David coming across the car park because he'd gone out to Sainsbury's. So David and I both went to the library together, used separate computers and separate library cards, and I ordered a couple of things off of eBay. And it was quiet in there. Peter was on duty, and and Jeff, and it was quiet. Left the library. It was getting dark, and I walked to the newsagents, which is opposite the Tesco's that is now closed. And normally, when I go there by myself, the machine isn't working. But luckily, I put £5 on my Scottish electric key. Left there with David, and David's been having a problem with the electrics at his room. He's been left in the dark to light candles. So I walked up to his place with him, and the blonde receptionist was on duty, and we went into his room, and the electric was on and it was nice and tidy, and we sat and watched Magic Mike on DVD together, which is quite a raunchy film with naked men and topless women dancing about. So I watched a bit of that with David. Then we left around 9:30, and David and I walked home in the dark. And there was a man with a walking stick that laughed like an ex-partner. When I went to the one-stop shop in Shipwrights Avenue, and there's pints of Carlsberg by the desk. I feel like I'm being treated like a dog. Get that, fetch this, carry this, do that. And that's how my ex-partner treated me, like a dog. I was underhandedly called bitch, you fat bitch, and horrible names, and I lost my self-confidence. I wouldn't go out of the flat, and I certainly don't want to go out with that partner again. And they was always desperate for money as well. And when I came back in this flat in the evening, I noticed that this small handbag, which is never opened because I haven't used it, was open like this, and the purse hanging out. Now this is a little brand new bag with a purse, and there's nothing in it, so they didn't find any money, whoever it was. But the thought of someone coming through your property, touching your belongings, helping themselves and having a bath in your is disgusting. But I can't prove it. So somewhere along the line, I think someone's had a key cut, or they're gaining entry through a window or something or other.